Next, we're going to learn about the callout tool. And the callout tool is different from the text tool in that it's a block of text that has a leader line associated with it. So to get started, what I'd like to do is come up here to the mode bar and then click on the tool preferences. There are a couple of preferences that I would like to change. And I have already changed the preferences in this file. The ones that I think that you should know about are maxed text width. And basically what that does, it's normally set to 2 inches. And so if the text that you're entering in your callout is longer than 2 inches, it automatically wraps it. And I just think that having that text block be longer usually fits better than having it 2 inches. So I just changed that to 4 inches here. If you don't change it in preferences, you can always change it after the fact in the object info palette. Then we can change things like the vertical positioning. And they do have an option to do auto. For vertical positioning, I'm just going to leave it at top. And then for horizontal positioning, I am going to go ahead and change it to auto. So the vertical positioning has to do with where the shoulder hits the text. The horizontal position has to do with, is the text to the left of the leader line or to the right of the leader line? And so auto is pretty good for horizontal positioning. And then for the horizontal text alignment, I'm going to go ahead and select auto for right now. And then down here you have the option to format text. So we created that style earlier today for our callouts, SK callout text style. So we'll go ahead and select that, click OK. The only other thing that I think might be worth pointing out over here is here under the leader options, we do have a shoulder length here. And so if you feel like the shoulder for your callout is a little bit too long or too short, you can make changes to that in this field. So I'm going to click OK. And then let's come back up to the mode bar and look at a couple other options that we have up here. The first is the towards target mode. I'm going to change to that as well as to the 2-point mode. So for the towards target mode, what that means is that my first click is going to position where the text is. And this specific point, it's the shoulder point that I just clicked into. And so it's going to position that shoulder point as well as the text. And then my second click is going to position the leader line. And then from here, I can go ahead and type in the text that I'd like to use. And the second mode that I have over here is the towards text mode. And so what that means is my first click is going to be the leader line, whereas the second click is going to be that shoulder point as well as the text block. So those are the two different target mode options that you have over there. What we've also been doing is the 2-point mode, which basically that was a two-click operation in order to place that callout into the document. The mode to the right of that is the 3-point mode. So my first click is going to be for the leader line, the second click is going to be for that shoulder, and the third click is going to determine the length of that shoulder. So I can click OK there. If you'll recall when we were in the preferences for this, that shoulder length, that 1/4 inch shoulder length, that was what was dictating the shoulder length when I had the 2-point mode on. And so that can always be changed after the fact over here in the object info palette. If I scroll down, I have shoulder length down here. So if I want that to match everything else in the file, I can go ahead and change it to 1/4 inch. So normally I just stick with the 2-point mode. I find that to be the easiest. Another option that we have over here in the object info palette for the callout is the angle of the leader line. It's down here at the bottom under leader angle. And I would like all of my callouts to match this one. And so notice that the leader angle over here is 180 degrees. So I will just come over and select both of these, holding down Shift in between selection clicks. And then I can come over here for leader angle and just enter in 180. And then they will all match. But you will notice that when that leader moved, it's no longer pointing to a good place in the file, and so I'll just need to go ahead and move these individually so that they sit where I'd like them to.